Hi everyone, it is Tatum here, and today we are going to be talking about something new that I've been getting into, and that is scripture writing. If you haven't heard of scripture writing, it has been something that has at least been going on along my For You page, and that is just taking scripture and writing it down. I started doing this actually just a couple days ago, maybe about actually less than a week, and I'm already making a video about it, which is kind of funny, because it has just completely changed like how I see scripture and my discipline with scripture, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. If you'll forgive me, I'm actually filming outside today, so the cars are quite loud and the birds are chirping, and but it's a beautiful 80-degree day right now, and I wanted to get outside a bit before I go to work, so that's why I'm outside. I started scripture writing with the book of Matthew because I want to do Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the four Gospels, first, and then I want to get into the letters and stuff, so I figured I would just start in the New Testament and then work my way through. My dad also does this, and he started with Deuteronomy, which is interesting. Different people start in different places. I just chose starting in the New Testament. So what supplies do I use to scripture write is kind of where I wanted to start. I have this 1-inch binder here. It's very unmarked, unlabeled. I know what it is. I know where to find it. I didn't want to make it super obvious that it was a Bible, but also cute enough to personalize. I have a 2-inch thick binder and a 4-inch thick binder that I can switch to later as I get more progress done. But the 1-inch is good enough for now. I also have just some blank cardstock that I am writing the names of the chapters on. So this is what Matthew's cover looks like. It's just an M in pretty writing and then Matthew. I hole punched that and then I put it right into the binder. I went on Amazon and I bought college ruled notebook paper. And it's really cheap, just Amazon Basics brand paper, nothing fancy. It was $6 for a whole stack of paper, multiple packs. I liked college ruled more than wide ruled because it's smaller lines and you can fit a lot more on a piece of paper. I also needed more paper just for school, so this was great because it was a good time for me to buy, so I can use some for this, but I can also just take some to college with me. I am using 2 different colored pens. I am using both Pilot Friction erasable pens. I have made so many mistakes and I hate the idea of crossing them out and making visible mistakes. Pilot Friction pens are so good. You just write, and then when you need to erase, you have to rub it out. It is just really good. I am doing Jesus's words in red, like a traditional red letter Bible, and then I am doing everything else in black. So this is what my page looks like right now. This is the cover, and then I just start with the genealogy of Jesus the Messiah, and I write every verse. The first couple chapters don't have much red letter writing, but as you get into it, the first half of Matthew chapter 5 is where I left off yesterday. I tried to do 1 chapter a day, but if it's a longer chapter, I split it in half, and I'm fine with that. I know a lot of people are I need to get a chapter done a day. I don't want to be that hard on myself because I don't want to quit. I know being spiritually disciplined is really good, but I kind of got to this point of I was trying to read my Bible, and I have a really hard time reading my Bible consistently. I was I need to read a chapter a day. I need to study it. I need to get out my commentaries, and then I kind of just reached this point where I'm I don't want to do this. I feel I'm not doing this for God. I feel I'm just doing this to say that I did it, and it wasn't healthy. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good relationship with scripture at that point, and so I just kind of completely stopped, and that's not great either. And so doing scripture writing has really just helped me get back into not only reading my Bible but doing something different, and I've really just truly enjoyed this because I'm reading scripture, but I'm also paying more attention to what it's saying. I'm having to read something multiple times to write it down, and I'm having to actually pay attention to what it says, and it's helping me tremendously. In just the short couple days that I've started doing this, I've noticed a want to do this. I want to get, in my scripture and write this down. I want to do this. Is something that I want to do, and it's something that I'm really passionate about right now, and so I don't want to force myself to do a chapter a day. If the chapter's too long, if my hand starts cramping up and hurting, like, I am letting myself do smaller chunks. I'm chunking it up. As long as I make some progress, that makes me happy, and that's what it's all about. What I like doing is usually before work, I'll go ahead and get on my Bible app. I will open up the chapter I'm doing, so Matthew 5. I'll get up a lap desk, and then on my TV, I will put up like the lo-fi like study music. I make sure it's like a human-made playlist, and I just put that on the TV so I have some background noise. And then I sit with my scripture, I pop it up right here, and then I start writing. You could do this with your actual physical Bible. That's what I did the first day. But I noticed that it was just too big of a setup for me, and if I want to do the lap desk and stuff, it's too big. And so you just have to find what works for you. Does the phone work for you? Does the actual Bible work for you? Do you have a desk that you like to sit at? Do you like to sit on your couch? Different stuff like that. And that's what I encourage you to do. Just don't say like, oh, I've never tried that before, so I'm not going to do it. Try something new. Don't be afraid to try something new. So I hope this was an encouraging video for you today, showing you something that I've been doing recently this past week, getting into and really loving. I hope you guys like this video. I will keep you guys posted with more updates as I go, and I encourage you to try something new. Maybe that's scripture writing, maybe it's memorizing scripture, maybe it's getting out some commentaries. Let me know what new thing you're doing today.